Hey Big J, how you doing? Good to have. Wow, we got 5 likes and 2 people. That's impressive. Hey Sean, hey Lauren, how's everyone doing today? Other than Sean, who I now hate. And Scott, howdy, Candy, Jesse, and Griffin. How are we all doing? Oh, and Brian here, and Anthony. Oh dear, everyone's turning up. Wow. You must all have nothing to do. Anyway, what's been happening on Planet Sharpie this week? Not a lot, really. um, yeah, really, not a lot. Hello, Mandy. Good evening. So, fishy wise, what happened? No new births, no new deaths, which is always good. The last batch of bristlenose eggs are now in the breeder box and have finished their yolks and are munching algae wafers and all sorts of goodness. All the other tanks are doing well. The Pleco grow out tub is rather crowded, needing cleaning out pretty much every 2 or 3 days. But it's a 10-gallon tub and there's about 180 bristlenoses in there, so you can imagine the amount of poop they produce. So it's not really surprising that needs cleaning out regularly. Oh, thank you very much, Mandy, for popping the PayPal link up there. Yeah, and on the hours, I think I'm pretty close now. It's 30 or 40, maybe 50, something like that. So we might even get there this evening. We shall see. And I say that is about all that's been going on in the fish room, because I've not really had time to do much, because I've been at work a lot, getting coughed at and sworn at and all sorts of, and on my knees sticking tape on the floor into meter squares so people can self-isolate at the distances. Not that anyone actually pays any attention to them whatsoever. Well, some do, and then some just walk straight past, and what was the point? But hey, I'm sure that's the same worldwide, with some people doing the correct things and some people just being complete arses about it all. Currently still okay. Any coughing or anything is purely down to hay fever and smoking at the moment. Nothing nasty going on yet. Hey Sherry Fish, good day Mark. For a free auction. Hey Dennis, how you doing, buddy? So yeah, it's getting close enough, Brian. It's in the double digits now rather than the triple digits. No, that again, that is only a small portion of my DVD collection, Mark. Hey Shrimp Life, hello Elaine, hello Larry D. Thank you very much, Elaine. It's a bit overgrown at the moment because I didn't get around to trimming the plants this week. Again, at work. It's amazing. Now I know I'm going to moan, and I know there are people doing way more than me. No auctions, unless you want to bid up me getting my crayfish out. Yeah, so I know the emergency service, the NHS, the paramedics, the police, all these people are putting in massive amounts of hours and shifts and doing cracking work. And we had a national clap for them the other day. Everyone went outside and just clapped for a minute or so to say thank you to the NHS and everyone doing their work. But yeah, when you've been out of work for 9 months and you go back to work and you start doing 30-odd hour weeks, you notice it. Now, I've pretty much been sat on my backside for 9 months, watching fish, playing games, watching YouTube, sleeping when that got too much, and yeah, to go to, so what I do last week was 34 hours, which I know for most people isn't a lot. But when you've not done anything for 9 months, that is a lot. Stuff starts aching and hurting, and you get tired, and yeah. So I've basically been trying to recover from work mostly, which is why that's a bit overgrown, and that's a bit overgrown, and that needs a water change. Happy birthday, bro. Is it Brian's birthday, or is Dennis playing silly beggars? It is Brian's birthday. In that case, happy birthday, Brian. No Toyota Luxuses, or even Lexuses. I won't sing you happy birthday, Brian, because nobody wants to hear that. The biggest downside of the week is there appears to be a national shortage. Shows how often I clear up. There's a national shortage of this stuff. I had to get this stuff instead. It's just, I don't care about the pasta and the bread and whatever. I need my proper energy drinks. Hi Leah. Not a huge amount. Not much happened yet. So on my streams, not much happens at all, really. I drink energy drinks, I smoke, and I ramble. So there we go. Yes, so that's pretty much been what's going on with my week. Myself and Mary are being good. We're staying. No, she's not coming over to visit because we are a fair distance apart, house-wise. Now, I think it's about a 45-minute drive. So we're doing the right thing. We're being sensible. From me, mainly because I'm probably going to be the one that's either carrying or going to get it, being I now work in a food shop. So I don't want to give anything to her or the kids. No farts and burps yet, Leah. There may well be shortly because I have been eating quite a bit of egg lately. So be warned. At least you won't be able to smell them. Yeah. No fridges. No refrigerators. I can fly out and live with my store. Yeah, the thing is, I don't think they'd let me in the country, Sean. That's the problem. Yeah, it's Dennis is having a wind up, John. That's what he's doing. And nobody wants the contents of my fridge either. Oh dear. But the models for Heroes auction, because there is actually an auction. Hey, Fish Tropic, which is running on the International Scale Modeler page, group, YouTube channel. That has been put back to the autumn, as we all figured it was probably safer not to be receiving model kits from people and then sending them all out. You know, just on a safety matter. Plus, I might get a few more kits in by then. Yeah, I don't drink that many, Elaine. 2 a day maximum. If I've not got to do anything or go out anywhere or whatever, then I don't drink energy drink. I just go all day. But yeah, my body runs on caffeine, sugar, and nicotine. So yes, and the auction will be for unbuilt model kits, Brian, when it does happen, and it'll be on a different channel that I am involved with. but it isn't my channel. And by then I'll have some more money, so I might be able to buy some of them and upset people in the bidding as well, like I always do. Because my method of bidding isn't to put like £1 or £2 or £5 more than the last person bid. My method of bidding is going, I'm willing to pay that much for that. Click, click. There you go. 55 quid. That just tends to kill the auction when you get it. It's an English fridge. It's got oh, pardon me. It's got a leak. Smells of gone off bloodworms, and the teeth are really bad. 58 camo sleeping bag. Actually, I've still got the sleeping bag somewhere that I had when I was in Cub Scouts about, what, 38 years ago. So that's probably fairly manky by now. It's been sat in the loft for 25 years. So, so yes. People trying to put me off with talking about auctions, so I don't know. So people worry about the auction, but not about the random pile of fish foods and tea towels sat in front of the shrimp tank. Yes, it does have a nice dispenser, Brian. You just chip it off of the back. Yeah, it's that old that the ice just forms over all the radiators on the back, and you just chip off a chunk when you want it. Maybe careful, because if you bid up high enough, then I might actually send you the fridge, because I know how much I paid for it. Let me know if anyone needs to be putting time out. Oh yeah, I think the how can I put it? Oh, Sean's winning the bidding. Yeah, I think the crimes to be put into timeout or blocked from this stream are a little bit higher than some. Let's put it. Now I do try and keep it semi-clean, but you know, I'm a middle-aged man that spent far too much time working in warehouses and dealing with lorry drivers. Oh, no, Scott's in the lead now. Oh, and Lee's got power. Oh dear. The egg tray. Well, I mean, I use that for resting my testicles in when I get a bit warm. So it's a bit hairy, but other than that, it's okay. Yeah, sort of family friendly with no small kids. Let's go. And Candy just had a visual of that, didn't you, Candy? He had a visual of the fridge door open and he stood there. Save the 5 cases for Sheldweller bids. Well, when I get Sheldweller's Sean, you're quite welcome to bid for them. I did the same thing I did when I accidentally forgot I'd been slicing very hot chilies and then had a scratch down below. And yes. Grind them up or grind? Yeah, no. No, keep it clean, Sharp. Keep it clean. But congratulations on baby discuses anyway. Yes, so there we go. What else has been going on? Well, I think the problem with everything this week no, that's not a game. That just happens, Mandy. I just say stuff, and and then Candy's like, "What the hell?" Yeah. Also, given what's been going on in the world, hoping to keep things a bit lighter, less dark than usual. I can go to some fairly dark places on occasion. But yes. Oh, what else has been going on? As I think I saw the K's here, which is hi K. Didn't mean to forget about you. The marina filter is doing just fine still. And I got a second one. So that should tell you that yeah, I'm going to be needing to set up another tub for another bunch of bristle noses. Auction off the Great Dane puppy, you pay shipping and go. Oh, Great Dane puppy. You see, Great Dane puppies are really cute, but fully grown Great Danes, I definitely don't have the space for. Yeah, I'm not getting anything coming up here saying my stream's bad or I'm dropping frames or anything like that. But I know there have been issues. So many people are using so much internet because nobody's at work and nobody's going out. And I think that is probably the problem. My internet speed should improve in the next few weeks because they are actually putting in the fiber cables down my road now. So fingers crossed. So yes. No, typical they decide to do it when everyone is at home. So at some point there's going to be no internet for a day. And then people will probably kill each other. Yeah, yeah, router's fine, everything's fine. I've got nothing else turned on, so yeah, it's not this end. I'm not showing any problems with lag or anything. Or if it is being a pain, then apologies. On behalf of whichever your service provider is. £70 plus, you got to pay shipping. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. It would probably be cheaper. Actually, Leah, it'd probably be cheaper to just fly to Denmark with the dog, drop it off, and fly back. It probably would be than the shipping at the moment. Modelling wise, not really started anything new. It's just been just carrying on with the T55 and the Panther 2. Although I'm going to upset people with the Panther 2. So I put the wrong gun on it and I'm going to paint it the wrong colours. Cool, you're a bull mastiff. I'd go for the corgi if I were you, Scott. Just for the saving on the food bills. And the size of the bags you need to pick up after it. I assume the US has the same laws as the UK does in that regard. If you go out with your dog and it takes a dump, you have to pick it up and take it away and get rid of it. You can't just leave it. It's a finable offence. mainly because nasty people let their dog poop wherever and leave it in the middle of the path, on the football pitch, on somebody's garden. Oh yeah, I mean, you're more likely to trip over a Great Dane poop than step in it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to step around it rather than over it. It's yeah, they do leave impressive piles behind. Yeah, so I assume the laws are the same in the States regarding that. You pick it up, you bag it, and you either stick it in the dog poop bin, which there's usually one around places where people tend to walk dogs, or you take it home and you dump it in your own bin, much like a dirty diaper. Hey Fishy Jake, how you doing? Yeah, skip over it, jump, get the pole vault out, set the world high jump record. Yeah, mastiffs are cute, stubbies are cute, stubby corgis, yeah. I don't know what dog I'd get if I got a dog. I mean, I would love something wolf-like or Tibetan Mastiff-like, but I suspect something more like a Cocker Spaniel or something like that, that kind of size. So a proper dog size, not some tiny miniature thing that may as well be a rodent or a rabbit, which is a rodent. Yeah, but yeah, nothing too big. Hello, Nathan Sand Creek. How are you? Good to see you here, my friend. Hope you're doing well. And so he's not here, I don't think. I've not seen him, but congratulations to Bob Kaler. Elaine, this year when I pick up my dog's poo, a neighbour expects me to clean up all the poo in her yard. Yeah, that is the one, isn't it? When you clean up what your dog's done, but people look at you like, well, aren't you going to pick that one up and that one up? Now, no, that's not mine. And hi to Sandy as well. How are you? Welcome aboard the, well, I would say good ship, but the rapidly sinking ship, the HMS Sharpie. It's got a couple of big guns and a big leak, and the torpedo tubes tend to misfire, and it belches smoke out every once in a while. That's pretty much right. Kind of rusty, creaks a bit. Yay! Let you in. Welcome aboard, D. Yeah, I'm old and broken. I think everyone knows the extent of the injuries I've had over the years. It's a surprise I can actually move anymore, really. Oh, I've got to stretch back a bit. It's the old back seizing up a bit, but never mind. We shall soldier on. I've got half a day off tomorrow, so yay. Yes, taking some getting used to because no show and tell. Oh, bless. Not even audio versions, Candy. You don't want to hear anything cracking or creaking or snapping or. Bless. Oh, okay, I won't. And you see, anytime I put my hands anywhere near my glasses like this, Candy winces because she thinks I'm going to waggle my nose around. I could always dislocate my jaw as well. You know I love you really, Candy. So what else have I got to ramble and waffle about this week? As I say, not really a huge amount. It's just, this is the problem Now, with the whole lockdown, can't really go out and do anything to have anything to talk about. Can't really go buy stuff to like then go, look what I bought, shiny, shiny. Yes, John James, I can dislocate my jaw and my elbow and my shoulders and my knees and my fingers. Hey, Selfin, how you doing? Yeah. I mean, yes, it's. Let's just say the list of bones I haven't broken is shorter than the list of bones I have broken. Probably the same goes for ligaments and tendons I've buggered that I haven't. Oh, did that noise come through? Did it? That was just softening my knuckles because they're getting a bit stiff. So, I mean, there's the old classic that people don't like, which is bringing the thumb all the way back to the wrist. Yeah, don't blame me for going there. There's got to be better things to do than, mind you. With this lockdown, I might be the most entertaining thing around at the moment. Eek! That would be a scary thought. Yes. What else? What have I been watching this week? There you go, Mandy. Sorry, Candy. I'm in trouble now. It's more, I'm just, what they call it, hyper flexible in certain places, and I've buggered enough up that it doesn't actually go back together properly. It's you injure things often enough and they just don't fix themselves anymore. I did something to this shoulder like last August and it's still not right, but just carry on. I think technically it's a torn rotator cuff, but just ignore it and carry on like nothing happened, and just don't move your shoulder back up over there or put any twist on it. Yeah, well, I mean, you can see by the state of the shape of my fingers that they aren't exactly straight. I think the first one I broke, I went to the doctors. Make a double for me. Thank you very much, Candy. Yes, yeah, the first time I broke a finger, I went to the doctors and he strapped it up and I watched what he did. So the other 15, 20 times I've done it, I didn't bother going to the doctors or emergency room. Just straighten it back up and tape it back together yourself. Easy enough. Go to the doctors once with broken ribs and they go, well, there's not really a lot we can do, just try not to cough. So the next time you break your ribs, you don't bother going to the doctors. It's, yeah. Oh, congratulations, Leah. Congratulations. Welcome aboard, Bob. I did say congratulations to you earlier on your achievements of the getting the subs and the hours. So well done to you, sir. I'm not too far behind you. You never know. If I can waffle on long enough tonight and enough people turn up, I might do it tonight. This evening. Sorry, because it's still light. I know. It's the first time I've ever done a live stream in daylight. It feels weird. I'm guessing, Leah, did you perhaps play a lot of hockey? Because I'm assuming you probably break quite a few bones playing hockey. I broke a few other people's bones playing hockey, but what I expect to happen. They give me a big sort of 3-foot heavyweight stick of wood and tell and put other people in the vicinity that I don't like. What do you think is going to happen? Yeah, it's broken rib. If you're coughing blood, then it's gone through your lung, and yeah, you need the doctors. But other than that, there's nothing they're going to do. They don't even strap you up anymore. Yeah, I wonder if we'll get young Finn turn up this week after Pam kicked him last week. Yeah, I think we might be triplets with me being the oldest one. Weirdly. Or either that or I'm the weird English cousin that nobody ever talks about. Oh, last was a rib. I haven't actually broken a bone for quite a while. Touch wood. Trying to think what the last one was. Probably a toe while I was at Sainsbury's. Yeah, so I ran it over with a big roll cage full of, was it booze? Yeah, spirits. Well, thank you, Leah. You most certainly can have a closer look. If I can point the camera in the right direction, that is. And if it actually focuses on stuff. Prepare to get seasick. Oh, hang on. Probably if the laptop. Close up Sharpie. No one wants that. So if we go start at this end. The usual guppies, and Embetetra, copper harlequins, greedy pig of a bozeman eye rainbow, the orange and black platy that is called Bimble, one of the nerite snails, more guppies, more Embetetras. We come down a bit, try and get it roughly straight, and more of the usual suspects, and down into the jungle in this corner. And there we go. Oh. And actually, while there is the glow light Danio tank, which has got the butterfly cichlids and long fin super red bristlenose in it. Random pointing the camera in. It helps if I look at the screen rather than what I'm actually looking at myself. So that one, well, we go this way. Infinity. Then over here, it's the little, which is probably either going to become white clouds or maybe blue shrimp. There is currently 4 CPDs in there. And then over here, this is going to be an interesting camera shot if it reaches. That way. And there's the little shrimpy tank. 25 litre, or it's 20 litre. Then I'm going to be careful how I angle this, because there's some things you might not want to see. Then over there is the Pleco farm and the Episto tank. You can't actually see. And down here is the Pleco grow out tub. You may not look it, but it is actually chock full of Plecos. Oh, and just for Bob, I don't know how good this picture is going to be, if it's going to be visible. There you go. Long distance shot of the pond. Now try and get the camera back on the laptop and get myself set back down. There we go. So, you're welcome. Spoofing the plecos. Yeah, I'm using the spoons to hold down the big chunks of courgette I'm putting in there. They're going through about half a courgette every 2 days. Oh, here we go. Sean, ankles 5 times, shadow once. Broke moves 10 plus, fingers 14, wrist 7, collarbone, knuckle 3 times, foot nose, how many times? Toes 3 times, elbow 1, leg times. Yeah. Yeah, I can't even remember, Sean. I've probably got more than that in just the shin splints in my legs. It was something like 28 in my right leg and 26 in my left leg. Fractured dislocation of the ankle with a snapped Achilles. Worked my way up. Coccyx twice. Knee, I've done ACL and anterior and PCL, both knees. Shoulders are just injured. Forget how many ribs. I think we're in double figures. Not broken my back that I know of. Fractured my skull 3 times. All my fingers at least once or twice, and my thumbs. What else have I done? And the rest is all just mainly ligament and tendon damage. I broke my feet at least twice and probably most of my toes several times as well. So, yeah, the fact that I'm still moving is fairly miraculous. But yes, hi, looking to get yourself a pond, Scott. Good fun. As I say, mine is, it's only a little one. It's what, 150 gallons, something like that. Home to 4 comic goldfish, the local population of frogs, and whatever else happens to decide it wants to live in there. I think there's some newts in there still, pond snails, dragonflies, algae. There's all sorts in there. Yeah, it's brain damage. Yeah, I probably have given myself brain damage the amount of times I've concussed myself. Guinness bound. Oh yeah, Guinness is responsible for quite a few of my injuries, actually. Guinness, Newcastle Brown Ale, and vodka. Not necessarily in that order. And yeah, nose 5 or 6 times. But yes. Yes, the thing is, when you've broken that many bones, you tend to forget about a few. Let's put it this way. When I do go to the doctors, he doesn't go, oh, hello, Mr. Sharp. How are you? What appears to be the problem? I walk in, he goes, hello, John. What have you done now? I could go in there ill and wrong Guinness. No such thing as wrong Guinness. Guinness only comes in pints. Or Alex. An Alec Guinness is also acceptable. Quite where that one came from, I have no idea. No, I haven't been watching Star Wars or Kind Hearts and Coronets. Yeah, me and Sean, like one of those cartoon characters that fall off a building. Yeah, injure yourself, recover, and then go and do exactly the same thing again. So I was like, when will you learn? You know, I don't know. It just happens. It's not clumsy or accident prone. It's just stuff happens. I mean, for me, you know, or to me at least, you get used to pain, and then pain stops bothering you so much, so you don't worry about it so much. Whereas someone who's never broken a bone or sprained an ankle or twisted, yeah, anything like that, the first time they do it, it's really painful. So they make sure not to do it again. When you've done it plenty of times, you get used to that level of pain. Women that have multiple children after the first time, you know, that much pain. Why would anyone want to do it on purpose again? Yeah. You kind of forget how much it hurts. You know, oh yeah, yeah, and then you recover and get back on with things and accept that stuff just doesn't work as well as it used to. Because while our cells do regenerate, they don't regenerate with a new version. They regenerate with the same problems the old one had. See you later, Leah. Love you too. Bye bye. Yes. Now, I think today might actually be quite a short stream because I am. The energy drink is basically what's keeping me awake. Yes. Yeah. Losing the hour's sleep. I've not had a nap today because I've been at work. Yeah. That's what I'm blaming it on. So, has anyone got anything they'd like to ask or talk about? Any questionnaires or points? Subjects of discussion, even? Like, why do I always look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards? Ooh, pardon me. Yeah, I would have benefited from being an axolotl or Bob. That is entirely true. Yeah, if I could just sort of regenerate things, yeah, that would be very helpful. Wasn't there an episode of the X-Files about that? I think there was. That was a long time ago, though. I can't quite remember. Pinky out. Show a little class, at least. But yeah. Now that's, I'll say, an axolotl is another thing I've thought about keeping, but no, it's keeping the water cool enough is the problem. And also a big enough tank, finding somewhere to put it. I think I'm pretty much getting to, if not at, the limit of the amount of tanks I can really have without ripping something else down and moving other stuff about and whatever, just to get another tank in. And now you get to that point where obviously there are people in the chat here with way more tanks than me, and there's probably people who've got one or two. And the more tanks you have, the more maintenance you have to do. Yeah, as I say, they do get big, Bob. That's what people forget. These axolotls don't stay like cute, tiny little things like that. They get they get big, and they need a lot of space. But yeah, I say the more tanks you have, the more maintenance you've got to do, the more time you have to devote to doing it. And fine. While I was out of work, maintaining 9 tanks was easy. I had all the time in the world to do it. Now I'm looking at my work schedule for next week and figuring out when I can fit my water changes in. Then finding time to make a video and put it up, do a live stream, build some models, take part in that hobby as well, keep up with people on YouTube. Yeah, at some point I'm going to have to sleep. Oh, pardon me. There we go. That's better. It's a proper Sharpie stream. Wouldn't be a Sharpie stream without a good burp. Although that was a bit pathetic. Oh no. That's a shame, Chevy. But hopefully it uploads fine when it does get around to it. So if anyone wanted to, they could watch the replay, but I doubt it. It's not going to be the best content on YouTube, let's put it that way. I'm not likely to come up with some genius comment or anything. I'm more likely to just fall asleep in front of the camera, to be honest. So yeah, so yeah, I see people and they're buying racks and loads of tanks at $1 per gallon sales and all this stuff, and I'm thinking, yeah, it's great, awesome. When are you going to do the maintenance? Yeah, I mean, you can get quicker at it. You can get a routine and get it done a lot more rapidly. So I think I've got it down now. Basically, just doing the water changes and cleaning the filters takes me about 3 hours. But that's if I go hard at it, as it were, which I'm not a fan of. I like to take my time, not just pull the water out, put new water back in, job done. Take my time, get my hands in there, have a root about, see what's going on, see if I find anything dead or new babies, trim the plants, make a few slight adjustments to things, all that kind of stuff, and it all takes time. Yeah, and if you got a live stream on when you're trying to do them, you get to a point, oh, I want to comment on that. Oh, I want to say something, and then yeah. So someone like Lucas or Amber and Joseph with their new house, the amount of tanks they're going to have, I wouldn't want to. No, it's nowhere near time for a haircut yet, Alice. That's not long. Nah, definitely not long. Got at least another 2 or 3 months on that before we even think about getting a haircut. And that will be because it's starting to get hot again. And yeah, typical UK weather. All this week has been beautiful, calm, still, sunny, lovely weather. First day of British summertime today. You know what it did? Blew a hoolie. No, almost gale force winds out there. It's been sunny, it's rained, it's hailed, and it's snowed. And it's around about the freezing point. And that's before the wind chill. So, yes, welcome to British summertime. The temperature's dropped 15 degrees overnight. Hello, Don. How are you? Welcome aboard the crap ship Lollypoop, as it's been designated now. Yeah, was that snow or frost, Alice? Because I think we had a bit of frost overnight in between the rain and the hail. Um, Warm here, balmy 40 degrees. So yeah, that's just above, or is that freezing? 40 degrees Fahrenheit is around about freezing. So yeah, it's probably about the same here, Michael. That's yeah, snow. So yes, it's yeah. I mean, fortunately, we had the snow after the rain and the hail, so it didn't lay or settle. So it actually is dry out there again now because it's been sunny later in the day and it's windy, so it all dried everything up. So if it freezes again tonight, it might be fun. What are you doing, you dumb fish? Okay. If Chopro Danios are sort of like swimming in little circles around each other just over a plant, I take it that means they're spawning. Oh well. I think that's what the celestial pearls do, is they sort of swim around in little circles following each other, and then the other ones are in the plant eating the eggs about seconds later. Oh, well done, Anthony. Probably ready for a round. Yeah, well, they have been stuck in there for months together, so I mean, if fish are anything like people, I mean, people after a week are having problems, so yeah. Well done for finally finishing off with the stand. You'll be able to get more tanks and more water in there, and then figure out what you want to put in them. Which is one of the big issues, isn't it? There's that many fish that you want to keep, but certain ones can't go with certain others, and then these can't live in a planted tank. These have to have sand substrate. These don't like sand. These ones, it all becomes a bit of a headache trying to figure out what you can put with what. Welcome back, Sean. Hope Shadow enjoyed the toilet break. Yes, so let's say it's this one here that will become, at some point, a shell dweller tank. It'd be a shame to pull all those plants out because they're really growing well now, but as I say, the butterfly cichlids haven't really done anything. There's no sign of breeding at all. They're definitely mature now. And obviously, the Danios, they are spawning, but either them or the cichlids are eating the eggs or the fry. I've not actually seen any eggs or fry, so I might have to try and make a spawning mop and see what happens. I know Bentley did a video on how to make a spawning mop, so if the knitting shop or the haberdashery in town is open, I might see if I can get some green acrylic wool, yarn, whichever you want to call it, and give that a go. Then again, the problem is, do I want another grow out tub? I'm likely to have another one just to put the next batch of bristlenoses and the epistogrammas in. Hello, Alex. How are you? Mostly play with the dogs. Well. And probably by now, Sean, I reckon next door's dogs are marking the fence in exactly the same place. That's pretty much what happens. One pees on something, the next one pees on it, then they pee back on it. And yeah. See. Oh, hang on. I have no idea why my computer is suddenly trying to load something. It might be doing an update. You never know. I have a habit of doing this at an awkward time. Oh, look at that. Mandy. Serious skills there. Hello, Chewy. Welcome aboard. And to answer the inevitable question, this week I have mostly been listening to the Manic Street Preachers and Weird Al. I know Chewy was going to ask the question, so I answered it before he typed it. Yeah, it was the same with Zach. Another cat comes in the garden, he chases it off, and then he makes sure and repeats over everything that cat peed on or head rubbed on or what have you. Even if I'm out and I meet a dog or another cat that wants to say hello and have a fuss, then I see Zach again, he has to make sure I smell of Zach. So I get lots of head rubs. Thankfully, he hasn't decided to spray on me yet. I obviously haven't done anything too bad. Yeah, Chewy can do more than grunts and roars. Rush last thing was to do reviewing metal albums. Cool. Yeah, so Rush is one of those bands that I enjoy the music. It's good music, but I don't tend to listen to very often. It's not kind of the right sort of mood, or it's not dark enough for me, basically. I like my music dark. Yeah. Says the guy who's been listening to Weird Al this week, but sometimes you need a bit of levity. Mind you, I was listening to the Manic Street Preachers' third album, the Holy Bible, which is basically songs about suicide, death, pain, hatred, misery, the Holocaust. Yeah, that kind of album. And yeah, don't get caught singing along in public. Yeah. Yes, Sean's Shelly Shed is going to be very impressive. Oh no, Blooming George Farmer trying to steal my viewers. I don't know. Michael owns early release CDs, Pantera and AC/DC. Owns a gold. Oh, sweet, nice. All the dark side of metal is spoken about in the song, not realised. Yeah. So you can tell when a band, the songwriter or the singer or whatever, is really feeling those things, and when they're just singing about them. You can tell it in their voice. You just have to listen to someone like Lane Staley and know you could not speak a word of English, and you could listen to Lane Staley and know the guy's in pain. You don't even need to know what the words are. You can just tell by the pure emotion and feel in the voice. Yeah, yard sale. I mean, I think the best one I had was a limited edition double red vinyl of Faith No More's King for a Day, Fool for a Lifetime. And I got the one with the typo on the actual label on the record. So instead of saying the gentle art of making enemies, which is the song title, on the label it said the general art of making enemies. And I did get quite a bit of money for that one when I sold it. Unfortunately, it turned out all my really old, like Beatles singles and stuff, were just knackered. They'd been listened to too much and been in too many attics and dusty environments, and we just knackered. Last time I looked, Bob, I think I had about 50 hours left. So we're getting there. Now, it'll be nice to get there. Then the thing is to keep up the production of content and streams and keep the hours coming, because otherwise they drop back off again and you lose it. And not pressing the wrong buttons. That's always a problem. Bam. Oh no, Beatles White Album. Yeah, I mean, I had I'm the Walrus on 7-inch single. What was the other one? Yesterday. Was it Yesterday? Something like that. I had a few of the 7-inch singles, but they were pretty badly worn. So I only got sort of tenner for each of them, which not really worth much. Definitely worth more than what they were when they paid for, when they were new, but you know. But yeah, the White Album's worth a fortune now, and only going up in price as they keep re-releasing these things. Sean says, Alex, not in lockdown yet, but I'm not risking it. I'll need to go and buy the racks and get a lot of work done with them. Yeah, exactly. Sensible idea, Sean. No, it's just not worth the risk. As I say, I'm not in a high risk group. Mary isn't. The kids aren't. But we're not seeing each other, so we don't spread it. Because you never know who you're going to come into contact with. You catch it. Yeah, fair enough. You might have a family member directly who is a high risk person, but you might not realize you've got it, and you go out and pass it to someone who is high risk. It's just not worth the risk. But and I think people over here are more and more people are starting to get the idea of what this is actually about. Why the self-isolating is happening. Why we've been told don't go out unless you absolutely have to. We've been told no, don't go out unless you have to for essential supplies, so food that you need, or for 1 hour's exercise a day for a walk or a bike ride. But if you do that, go alone, stay away from other people. If you've got to go shopping, just go yourself, don't bring the family with you. And then you got people complaining because Starbucks is shut, or they can't get their Costa, or they're going out. They're literally going to the petrol station because there's a Costa machine in there. And it's like, no, that's not essential. That's a luxury. You don't need that. So yeah. It's like if your dad checks every high risk box, it's just not worth the risk. Alex, fair enough. I'll be going out. My mum isn't well, so I'm not going to make it worse. And yeah, China's pollution's gone right down. Italy's pollution's gone right down. Probably the UK's has. You'll find the US as well, or providing things shut down because I don't think your government is. I say your government, your governments got turned away either from hospital or intensive care or something like that because his insurance wouldn't pay for it. Really? So, what, he didn't tick the box for a pandemic cover. See, that's the kind of thing that the government should be paying for. Not bailing out the big companies with the millionaire and billionaire owners and shareholders. They can look after themselves. It's the people that they employ, that they screw over, that need the help. I mean, over here, much as we don't like our government, but nobody likes their government, let's be honest. Even the people that vote for the government don't like the government. But to me at least, in my mind, what they've done is right. What I think they're doing is right. The fact that people aren't necessarily following it is, we'll call that selfishness and stupidity. But where people who are non-essential, so office workers, car paint sprayers, that kind of thing, the non-essentials, basically we told no, stay at home and you'll get paid basically from the government 80% of what your normal pay is, which if you're staying at home, you're not spending that much money, let's be honest. You'd be surprised. I think some people will be surprised how much they save by not being able to go out and have takeaway food or eat in a restaurant once or twice a week or go to the pub or go out for their coffee every day. And the amount people will save, I think that they'll be shocked at. And it was announced, I think, was it last week, that even self-employed people will get 80% of what they would normally earn as well, which could be a bit iffy because self-employed people tend to underreport what they earn a bit. Cash in hand jobs, you can't blame them really. It's just what happens. If their income is now based on what they last reported, but at least the government is doing something about it. Rather than just go. Big companies will still be there; they won't disappear. As Mandy said, the canals in Venice, you can now see that there are fish in them. Yes, there is things floating in them other than garbage and human excrement. It's generally the thing I hear about Venice. People say, "Oh, it looks beautiful, but it bloody stinks." Hey Scotty, Alien Wild Aquatics, how are you, my friend? Alex saying the only problem with the lockdowns, people say, will it chip away at their freedom? It's not really chipping away at your freedom, though, is it? Because as soon as the problem ends, the lockdown will end. It's one of those things where personal freedoms take a second seat to the welfare of the country. Just woke up at 2 p.m. Damn. The only time I ever wake up at 2 p.m. is from my first nap. Maybe my second. No, it'll be first nap. So I'm having second nap. That'll be about 4. So yeah, you need coffee, dude. Technoax. Again, it's one of the names that rings a bell that I've heard of. I can't say what I've heard. And well put, Mandy. Freedom doesn't matter much when you, your family, and friends are dead. Hey, Tom. Oh, unfortunately, listening at work. Well, some of us have still got to work, obviously, but anyone who doesn't have to work really shouldn't be working. Yeah, there's a difference between protecting freedoms and doing what is right. Uh, so it's not, it's. I mean, to me personally, it's not giving up freedom. It's because as soon as this, or as soon as we've broken the back of this thing, or it's starting to die down, then the restrictions will be lifted. Everything will go back to normal. Fair enough. Yeah, it's one of those subjects that could get sore for some people. And so it's yeah, it's my view is you do what is right and what is best. Um, there are people flaunting it, trying to get away with things that they shouldn't be doing. They'll get caught. They'll get fined. Have I checked out Blabbermouth? Oh, God. You really do like throwing these names at me, don't you, Chewy? Oh, jeez. You know my memory's shot. So some of these I may well have seen live. Just can't remember. Working hard or hardly working? In my case, working hard. It's been rather busy. And again, I don't know how you're dealing with it in the States, but in the UK, we're on, not rations, but restricted to what you can buy. So 1 pack of toilet rolls, like 2 packs of meat products, 1 tin of this, or 2 tins of this, or 2 loaves of bread, or 4 pints of milk, or whatever. And they also brought in the only a certain amount of people in a shop at a certain time. So once, say, that number of people in the shop, everyone else queues outside with a 6 foot gap between people. One comes out, one goes in. Um, yeah, and then and it's one person per car. But people still go, well, no, we both need to come in. No, you don't. You're both adults. Either one of you should be capable of doing the shopping on your own. And yeah, but we should accept that, okay, this is what we've got to do to help reduce the risk of people catching it, help reduce the spread of it, stop the health service from getting overwhelmed. Because the moment the health service is overwhelmed, and being told you're not allowed out of your house means you're not free. Yeah, maybe not, but you do it because it's the right thing to do. Yeah, as Chewy says, people think monsters being huge, but actually the worst monsters on the planet are microscopic. Exactly. So sometimes, Alex, you have to forgive or forego your freedoms for the greater good, and this is one of those cases. It'll happen once in a lifetime, once in a century, probably. And you just suck it up and deal with it, pretty much. Okay, fair enough. That's the way it's got to be. That's the way it's got to be. And yeah, Janice did offer me that there's no freedom. Yeah, you're still free to choose, exactly. But you're not just playing with your own health. You're playing with everyone else's health. Anyone you come into contact with, they could give it to you. You could give it to them. I could have it right now and not realise it. Chances are I probably do, because I've been surrounded by people all day for the last week or so. And yeah, global pandemic, you shouldn't have a choice. No. There are times, as I said, when personal freedoms and liberties come second. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And if the health service collapses, is just massively overwhelmed, there aren't any beds, you don't have to catch COVID to need to go to hospital. You could have a car accident. You could fall down the stairs. You could trip over your shoelaces and smash your face in on the pavement. And then you need to go to hospital, because the hospital was overcrowded and stuffed because the amount of people who have not paid attention to what we should be doing, which is just common sense, then you're not going to get the treatment you need. That's just the way it is. There's always a cost for freedom. And it's just the way things are and the way it is. And it's like the old argument about freedom of speech. It doesn't mean you can say whatever you like. You got freedom of speech. Yeah, just be polite about it. You're free to express your views. You don't have to expect other people to agree with them. But hey, that's what makes the world go round. Everyone has different views on everything. What I think about something, someone else might not. What they think, someone else might not. If we all thought the same, then we'd all be sat watching reality TV, being sheeple. And that would be sad. This is it. We don't have to all agree. We can agree to disagree. We all enjoy keeping fish. We all enjoy a good laugh. That's good enough for me. Anyway, Bob with a subtle change of subject. Anyone else checked out Aquatic's plants? Are incredible. I've not, Bob, for obvious reasons. Because good to know. I'm sure our American friends will be sure to check out Aquatics. Julie says World War II turned out another way. Some people would not be here. What was the price of freedom in the world? Yeah. World War One and World War Two. Cheery. The price of millions of lives. To not be speaking the German right now. Jawohl. Ooh. And on that note, I do need to go and drain the vein. Back in a minute. Enjoy the fish. Here we go. Make sure my hands are dry. Right. Yes, I was a good boy and washed my hands. Right, so where were we? Redfish, Han Aquatics, Redfish, Bluefish mentioned them in another side of his presentation this week. Aquascaping 101 mentioned them as well. Cool, indeed. Yep. As I say, I mean, I think pretty much all my plants now come from Tropica. They're all either the tissue cultured ones or the ones that come pre-potted. No, they're all packaged up in the blister packs and tend to be fairly snail free. I've not really noticed any extra snails anyway. There's always going to be the odd bladder snail or pest snail that gets in from somewhere, but generally having plecos in every tank means that the eggs get eaten. As the plecos are going nom 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 on the glass, I eat all the eggs. Oh, balls! I thought I got them all out. Another cherry shrimp in with the cichlids. Yes, cherry shrimp can survive in a cichlid tank. Who knew it? I'm only saying that. I found a couple of cherry shrimp in there the other day. How the hell they survived, I have no idea. And they were young as well, so there's cherry shrimps breeding in there. I have no idea where or how the hell they're surviving, but how they're not getting eaten, because that rainbow fish will eat large amounts of food. Then he'll finish half a cube of tubifex worms off on its own if I let it. Myth busting guy. Oh yes, gotta bust the myth. Yeah, it's snails rock. But let's just be honest. Snails are great. They improve the health of any tank. Just when you get a few too many of them, it means you're feeding too much. Bermuda Triangle still has no newts. That's not surprising though, Bob, because the Bermuda Triangle is saltwater and newts are freshwater creatures. Just put that out there. Conspiracy. There may just be a gigantic newt in there that is eating the ships. That wasn't all gas. Ooh, burps shouldn't have lumps. Like farts shouldn't have lumps. Yeah, I think I might be losing the plot. Yes. So I think I'm not entirely sure of the Bermuda Triangle, whether there's actually anything going on there. Oh, Tara from Nightwish live concert on Instagram. Oh, I might have to check that out, Chewy. Yeah, because I can't remember her surname now. Tara. Well, that is a case of where a band has had two fantastic lead singers. Not very often it happens, but replace one with another just as good, if not better. Floor Jansen's got a hell of a voice on her. And oh yeah, I reckon the Scotch should get some axolotls. They're definitely alien enough. Trying to think if I've got anything alien looking anywhere nearby other than me. Well, you can always get some. Ow, that shoulder won't do that. You can always get a guppy with an S-shaped spine. Yes, hello guppies. Hello. Sorrow's the opera style. Next one with more of ABBA. Yeah. Got a Godzilla effect running at a few months. Yeah, they do have giant poop. Although the most epic poop has to be the sea cucumber. They basically feed on algae and whatever on the sand, so they just suck all the sand up, digest all the stuff out of it they can, then they just poop out a perfect sausage of sand that's like the same size and shape as they are. Oh yes, ABBA. Oh, 70s and early 80s cheese pop. No. No. Cracking band, just not my kind of music. Let's put it that way. Knowing me, knowing you. Aha! Sharon within Temptation. Yeah, she's got a good voice on her as well. What's her name? Is it Tatiana, the lead singer of Ginger? She's got a good voice on her and all. So yeah, a pair of axolotls needs a 40, so that thing. I'll say 40, I think it's 45 or something like that, but you know. John, am I currently signed with anyone? Not that I'm aware of. You know, I mean, perhaps if I actually had sponsorship, I wouldn't be having to drink the nasty Rossi version. Price of Petco. Oh no! We have a nightmare situation, people. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, now I know I've seen Chris Lucat play live. I can't remember the name of the band, but I know I saw him live because I recognised him when I saw him on Joel's videos. I was like, hang on, I know that guy. Hate to go home with blue gloves, all those kids. See, what you need, Bob, is black gloves. That's what I got. I have a box of black nitrile gloves. Damn. That thing's probably been sat there since last week. I ain't liking that. Not in public anyway, because I'll probably lose my eyebrows. I'll be drier than the Queen. These eyes an atrocity. Yeah. So there's so many bands I saw in the early, well, the mid 90s to late 90s that I just can't remember. Yeah, so if they're doing curbside pickup, Bob, that might be a better idea. Well, it's probably only a matter of time before, in the UK at least, cash becomes no. the big supermarkets are already not doing cash. It's pay by card or you don't get anything. Sensible. If you're paying contactless by card, you don't touch anything, so that's working out quite well. And then you won't get to visit the blues. Glove up, mask up, and give yourself a damn good shower when you get home, Bob. That's Lauren. Mum leaves the debit card where they can scan it in the back so she doesn't touch it. Yep. So a lot of ours now, and I think come April they're putting it up to £45, but currently we do contactless with the card, and that's up to £30. Bob's ready, got the cash out in advance. Itchy head. I think about the main thing I might have caught is nits. Yeah, I do like the contactless payment, because you just wave your card at the machine and it goes through, so you don't touch anything. So when I did my shopping in Lidl's, I wore my black gloves, bought my shopping, and paid by card without touching anything. Yes, I know I've got my hands, whatever is on my gloves is now on my card, but I'm not going to be using the card for a couple of days because I don't need to buy anything. Got home, put the shopping away, and then threw the gloves in the bin, wash my hands and face, left that shopping separate from the food I already had. So in a couple of days, anything that's alive on that should be dead, and then it'll be safe. Napalm record. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Bob. But now I don't need to use it because I've done enough shopping for a couple of days. Paid cash anyway because I happen to have a few quid kicking about. Yeah. The main thing I'm making sure I've got hold of plenty of at the moment is ibuprofen, but then the thing is, I'm leaving off work, I'm rolling a cigarette and I'm sticking it in my mouth. So no, yes, I am washing my hands before I leave, but it's sanitize the groceries room. Yeah, that's going to taste nice if you bought fresh fruit and veg, isn't it? I mean, generally that's probably a bad idea at the best of times, Scott. You're probably safe to do it now, though, because no one's going to take it, are they? Although if you have a bit of a cough and then you go, "So okay, I smoke," people are likely to freak out. Although it would be amusing to get into a lift and cough and see what happened. Yeah, just definitely don't go around kissing random strangers. The head section. You can offer, but you might get hurt. Oh, I've had half a krill in the last. Oh, well, there's probably worse things to find in your coffee, like a tea bag. Yeah. So there's a lot of this stuff that people are saying is just common sense type stuff. Same sort of precautions that people who are in high risk groups take any time it's flu season. You know, they don't necessarily lock themselves away because they can get the flu jab, but you take certain precautions most times anyway. So it's just a case of being hygienic and sanitary and not being gross. I run down the aisles giving double high fives like football players. So I think the scariest part of that, Scott, is the prospect of running. I quite happily high five people. I ain't gonna run. Too old and broken to run. By a long way. Come on. We have nightmare number 2. My lighter seems to have died. Give it the Mr. Miyagi treatment. Yeah, just got to warm it up a bit. That's all it is. Yeah, because right now I don't have any heating turned on. Yeah, I prefer the 5 for £1. I've had this one going a few weeks, so it's basically just run out of gas. I've got another pack of them over there. I just couldn't be bothered to stand up. Yeah, got to keep the home fires burning, Bob. Yeah, it's so I've got electric heating, so storage heaters. Problem is, if it's warm, you go, right, I'll turn them off because it's going to be warm. Then you get a cold snap, and you've got the heating turned on, and it's not going to warm up till the next day. Yeah, lick your hands clean. That'll do the job. Just make sure you do it in front of the customers. Oh. Almost asked me to do another LFS tour. Oh, Bob, as soon as I can do, mate, I will do. As soon as I can, I will. So our pet shops are now only open for essential supplies, so food and things like that. So food and medication. You can't buy fish or furries. The only one I could go to would be the wholesalers. But whether people would want to see around the inside of a wholesaler. You used to pet stores being brightly lit or lovely, clean. Now, I'm not saying that the wholesalers is dirty, but it's set up for a different reason. So there's not really enough room between the aisles to get far enough back from a tank with a camera. There's not a lot of light in there. Things are a bit murky. It's not dirty. It's not unhealthy or anything. It's just the way you'd expect it to be. Oh, they do have some really cool fish in there. That would definitely be one that Chewie would watch, because he would be able to see a snakehead in a pet shop. Ha ha! Not that I've got a tank I could put a snakehead in, even if it is a dwarf snakehead. It'd be okay size-wise in there, but it'd eat everything. And I don't want to have my biggest tank with one fish in it. Oh, yeah, well done. The same in the lonely fish. Yeah, I don't want lonely fishies. Fishies need friends, like all of us. Um, although some of us prefer our friends the other side of a screen. That way you can get away from them nicely if you want to. But, oh, ba-dum, yeah, damsel in distress, definitely. Bob's always saving damsels in distress. I'm gutted I missed that one though. You can tell I'm tired. I'm missing jokes like that. Yeah, that's the good deed done for the day then, Bob. Ooh. Right. So before I do pass out, does anyone have any questions they would like to ask? Or any random factoids? Actually, I do have one random factoid from something we were talking about in Dee's stream earlier. Now, I guess everyone's au fait with Harrods of London, the big, expensive, ludicrously expensive shop in London. It's kind of worldwide known. And probably familiar with the likes of Tesco's, Sainsbury's, your more normal supermarket brands. Well, they both sell the same chickens that come from the same factories and from the same farms. One they're about £3 or £4, and one they're £25. Our Prime Minister discuss. Now, much as I may dislike the man, well, I don't necessarily dislike the man. I think he's quite a funny bloke. And in a social setting, he'd be quite fun to be around, I think. I don't necessarily agree with his politics or anything like that, but I do think the way he's handling the current situation is spot on. I couldn't ask for more of him in the current situation. Let's put it that way. And it's also nice to notice that the other parties, so we've got the Conservatives in power at the moment, and then you've got the Labour, Lib Dems, Green Party, all the others, and none of them are arguing. There's no fighting amongst each other to try and gain points on the other. There's no, well, this party want this, so we're against them, so we'll automatically say no. Everyone's coming together for the best of the country, for the better. No. Okay, maybe at the end of the day they're protecting their own interests, but they're coming across as though they're doing it for the best of the country as a whole, not the 1%, the millionaires, the billionaires, everyone. So I can't knock what our government is doing at the moment. Oh, Boris Johnson is a silly sod, but I mean, thank you for having Donald Trump for making Boris Johnson look better. Do you think when I say no message, only take it out? Oh, I'd probably put extra in for you, Bob, just to make sure. Yeah, half the time the damsels in distress for you. Yeah. Some of them were witches in disguise. These days they'd be robots in disguise. Yeah, it's nice to see a little bit of cooperation between them. Have I ever played Mount and Blade on PC? Nope. Don't do PC gaming. All those weird controls. No, I'm a console gamer. Always have been. Always will be. I'll say always will be. My reaction speed isn't that great anymore, so no more first-person shooters. I just about keep up with World of Warships. If I want an adrenaline rush, I play as the Destroyer. If I want to take it chilled, play as a battleship. Generally, I prefer to play cruisers, and as I play the console version, there isn't any aircraft carriers either, which is always a bonus. And welcome back again, Big J. Just in time for me, as I am about to go, and no one wants to hear me snoring live on air again. It was Massachusetts. Yeah, when it comes to it, depends the tier I'm playing. Do like the dirt pits. Not a fan of the Jean Bart. I do tend to give things different names because I just what I do. So you got the Fat Lanta, Pepsi Cola. Ah, yeah. Zen is streaming next. Yeah. I would technically you could do a live stream, Andy, without speaking on camera or putting your face on camera. You just point the camera at a fish tank and then start typing in chat. So my view on a lot of live streams is it's more a way for us to have a chat, have a conversation with each other, like friends. Now, rather than a direct Q&A session, this is more, I see this more as a getting to have a chat and a convo and a bit of a laugh, maybe learn a few things, maybe get grossed out by things going crunch and crack, burp occasionally, smoke a bit, just have fun with my mates. Oh, pardon me, speaking of burping. And yes, that's me trying to keep them quiet. Oh, yeah, and Anthony could do an update. It's been 12 hours. Yeah. I'm trying to think. What other ships do I enjoy? I do enjoy playing the Omaha. That's fun. Not enjoying the Russian destroyers at the moment. Anyone been watching Rachel? Oh, damn it. Yes, I get notifications for Rachel because I'm subscribed to her new plant channel. I just keep forgetting to watch them. That's the problem. Chewy, well, YouTube and their drop subscribers. It says up, down, up, down. Find out people you've been subscribed to and you're not anymore. Yep, I've had that this week last couple of weeks, where it's just as Dee was saying, she was having trouble finding live streams. But it's like I've had channels that I watch regularly. I watch their stuff, and it's unsubscribed me or it's turned off the notifications. It's like, why? Manage children scream too much, need soundproofing. Just cut their tongues out, Mandy. That'll work. Yeah, Rachel, make you want to fill your house with plants. There's far worse things to fill your house with than plants. Claims tried to make hand sanitizer that came out like Jello shots. Just sanitizer. Yeah. There's plenty of people around here because hand sanitizer is hard to get hold of, but vodka is plentiful. So people are using vodka to clean things. House is too small. Yeah, I wouldn't want kids in my house at all. It's bad enough with just me and the uninvited guest and the cat. That's overcrowded. I mean, ideally, I'd like more space, so maybe not have more fish tanks, but have larger tanks. Because I'd still need a man cave for modelling, because I can't put fish tanks in there because they will die. very rapidly. I'm surprised I haven't yet with what gets sprayed around in the air in there, and I'm not, I just mean out of my backside. Yes. When you're spraying lacquers and enamels, you don't put livestock in the room. Bob's got sanitizer and TP. Yeah, you need TP for your bunghole, that's for sure. Everyone needs TP for their bunghole. And wow, just getting dark and it's nearly 8 o'clock. That's pretty good. Trade oranges for TP. Oh dear. Oh, excuse me. Told you I was tired. Yeah. Thankfully, now that I am working in a shop, if I do get short of TP, I can snapple some and stick it behind the counter for later. And I also know where we're hiding some as well for regular customers or employees. I think the last thing they want is employees turning up smelling of talking to roll is everything. Talking TP roll, yeah. The amount of toilet paper memes I've seen lately is just hilarious. And it's good that people are making the jokes out of it. Canada doesn't run out of paper products, its vegetables and fruits are skyrocketing. Yeah, so thankfully around here at least all the prices have stayed the same. No one's put prices up to try and take advantage of anything. No citrus, too much sugar. Damn it. No such thing. No such thing as too much sugar. Fruit has just got too much fruit in the way of the sugar. That's the problem. Fruit and, yeah, it's just off tasting water. Oh. But anyway, unfortunately, peeps, I'm going to have to call it a bit short there because I am running on empty, even though I have had tea and most of a fairly sizable can of energy drink. I am about to fall asleep. Oh, Sherry needs TP, milk, eggs, apples, oranges, battery done heat, and yeast. Yeah, baking supplies are actually in short supply as well at the moment. Is where people have not been able to get hold of bread or things like that. They're baking their own. But there we go. Anyway, so thank you very much for tuning in and watching, etc. Hopefully there hasn't been too much lag or anything from my end. Yes, but enjoy your hobby, whichever ones they are. Peace out. Have fun. Stay safe. Rock on. And bye-bye.